Hey lovelies! Beans, beans! They don't call them the magic fruit for nothing. They're loaded with fiber and protein and nutrients, and of course there are endless ways to prepare them. Today I want to show you 3 really simple but satisfying bean salad ideas that can all be made during your Sunday meal prep and then enjoy throughout the week. The best part is they all taste absolutely incredible. We're going to get started today with this really easy but delicious fresh 3-bean salad. And as with most salads, this one starts with our dressing. So to make my dressing, I am keeping things really simple. I've got a little splash of avocado oil headed into a bowl. To that, I'm going to add some apple cider vinegar, and I'm also going to be adding a teaspoon or 2 of Dijon mustard. Of course, Dijon mustard is absolutely flavor packed, so it's going to be perfect in this dressing. I'll hit that with a little salt and a little pepper, give it a whisk, and then this dressing is ready to be poured over this amazing salad. Now that our dressing is prepared, it is time to bring our salad together. So this one features 3 delicious beans. I am starting with some chickpeas. I'm using canned beans here because they're super convenient. These have already been rinsed and drained. To that, I'm going to add some red kidney beans as well as some cannellini beans, otherwise known as white kidney beans. Now, I wanted to add some nice crunch and flavor here, so I've got a heaping helping of chopped celery. And then I've got some red onion. As you can see, I have finely diced my red onion. You don't want a big chunk of red onion, just want it sort of almost like confetti through your salad. My final ingredient is going to be a big helping of freshly chopped parsley. You could probably use some basil in this recipe. That would work nicely as well. And then I am just going to pour over all of that amazing dressing. I'm gonna hit this up liberally with another good pinch of salt and pepper. Give it a stir, and oh my gosh, guys, this is something you can feel really good about eating. What I love about a bean salad like this is you can make it during your Sunday meal prep, pop it into the refrigerator, and it just gets better the longer it hangs out in that yummy dressing. This salad can be enjoyed just as is, as a hearty lunch, or you can use it as a side dish for a yummy dinner. My next delicious salad is this amazing Asian-style bean salad. It's got some crisp green beans as well as some beautiful edamame, which I love these days. You guys know I use edamame quite a bit on the channel. It's one of my favorite types of beans. Now, I'm going to get started by making a really flavorful dressing for this salad, because of course the secret to a great salad is often in the dressing, and that is definitely the case with this one. I am starting with a little bit of oil in my bowl. This is just some flavorless canola oil. You could use vegetable oil here as well. To that, I'm going to add some rice vinegar for a bit of tang and tartness, a little bit of soy sauce for some savory flavor, as well as some honey for a bit of sweetness. We've got some nice balance happening here. Then I have got some ginger going into my bowl as well. And for just a touch of heat, I've got some sriracha. If you want to skip the sriracha in this recipe, of course you're welcome to, but you guys know how much I like to eat. I'll give this all a quick whisk, and our dressing is all set. It's time to get our greens happening. Once your dressing is complete, it's just a matter of mixing up your greens. I love this recipe because it's got tons of great texture and crunch. Starting with these green beans, I've lightly steamed them but left them with just a little bit of a crisp bite because I want there to be great texture in this salad. To that, I'm also going to be adding some mini cucumbers that I've thinly sliced, and I'm going to be adding a big helping of shelled edamame or soybeans. You might not know this, but not only are these beans packed with fiber, but they also have a ton of protein as well. I'm going to shake in a good sprinkle of sesame seeds here. I'll mix this all together, and come on guys, isn't that a lot of green goodness in a single bowl? I like dressing this salad just before serving it and then topping it with a few more sesame seeds and some red pepper flakes for good measure. For our final bean salad today, we are going Southwestern style with a dish that is affectionately known as cowboy caviar. The reason they call this dish cowboy caviar is because all of the ingredients are chopped into really small pieces, so it's sort of reminiscent of caviar. What I really love about this salad is that it can be eaten all on its own or enjoyed as a salsa with some tortilla chips. Totally up to you. Now to get started, I am going to be mixing my beans in a large bowl. So I've got some black-eyed peas here. Again, I'm using canned that I've rinsed and drained, as well as some black beans. For a bit of sweetness, I've got some corn kernels headed in here. I'm using some frozen corn kernels that I've just thawed out. I've also got some bell pepper headed in here, some green as well as some red, and a little bit of red onion. For some freshness, I'm adding a couple tablespoons of freshly chopped cilantro. If you're not a cilantro fan, you can definitely leave it out in this recipe. It is totally fine. And then we're going to be mixing up our yummy dressing for this salad right in the same bowl. It all starts with some nice tangy tart lime juice. I've got 2 limes I'm going to be squeezing into my bowl. As you can see, I am using my handy dandy citrus press for this job. It is just one of those tools in the kitchen that always makes life easier. If you don't have one already, I will link one in the description box below. I think it is an absolute kitchen essential. To this, I'm also going to be adding a splash of avocado oil, a little bit of agave for some sweetness, as well as some chili powder and some ground cumin for a touch of seasoning. I'll hit this with some salt and some pepper, give it a big stir, and oh my gosh guys, this yumminess is ready to be enjoyed immediately, or you can pop it in the refrigerator for 3 or 4 days. The longer it sits, the yummier it becomes. I hope you'll give all 3 of today's delicious recipes a try, and if you do, be sure to tweet me, Instagram me, or Facebook me a photo because you guys know how much I love seeing your kitchen creations. Remember, all 3 of today's yummy recipes are being featured on healthymealplans.com, our amazing meal planning site. You can basically just drag and drop these right into your meal plan for the week and generate your shopping list with just the click of a button. It's as simple as that. Finally, guys, don't forget to subscribe because there is lots more deliciousness where this came from.